How's it going, everyone? Another tutorial on 3ds Max. Today we're going to be looking at adding additional debris to your scenes without using Ravefire or Mass Effects or any other software that will slow your computer down. We want quick results, so this will be a lengthy tutorial, but it should give you a lot of information. So let's get started. I have my scene here. I've baked it. It's already done. It's a simple enough scene. I'll put a link in the description to show you how to do it. But yeah, you can see it's simply there. So we want more debris coming out there and landing on the floor and trailing off. So the first thing to do is make a P array. So we want to go to Particle Systems, P array, drag it out as large as you want, doesn't matter. Click on the mouse, okay. And we also need a plane as well, so we'll go back to standard and draw out a plane. We'll raise it up so you can see it. Okay, so click on the orange box, go over to the modify to open the settings, and we want to make objects come out of here. So what we need to do is basic parameters, pick object that will emit basically. So I'll click that, click this, and instantly you can see we have a particle coming out of there. So if I move the timeline along, as I move the timeline you can see particles coming out. Right, okay, we want that to be debris. So before we do that, we'll make the percentage 100% so we know exactly what we're seeing. And we want to choose an object. So we want to go to here. And you'll notice that you can't do anything at the moment, it's blacked out. This is because it's showing you triangles, what am I saying? Showing you little crosses. So what you need to do is go to particle type, click instance geometry, and also go up to viewport display and click mesh. Now when we go back down it should be open for us. Yeah, pick object. Now what you want to do is press F4, press F3, press F4 so you can see your shattered pieces. Move your timeline along and just choose one, so we'll just choose that one for this case, and instantly you can see we have these objects. So that's good. We'll just click off the move tool so we don't mess anything up. So you can see now we have some geometry. Obviously it's not right, select fix it. We want to make it facing the right way, so we'll use the rotate tool. Oh, we've rotated the whole scene. There you go. Rotate it 90 degrees. Useful to have this on so you get your exact figure. We'll use the move tool, drag it along like so to the collision area. There, there, and there. So the ball will come through there and we'll have particles flying out. Maybe move it over to the left. Okay, so now what we need to do is change obviously the size of these particles and how much they emit. So we want to go off the move tool, choose the orange box again. We want to change the size. Actually no, we'll change the time it starts emitting. So if we go use our timeline, we can see that we want particles to emit at about there. So keyframe 19. So we want it to start at 19. So you can see it's instantly changed. And we want it to end at about maybe 21. Image stop 21. There. Okay, I'm happy with that. Life will make 100, so it lasts the full duration of the timeline. And we want to turn off the growth, because obviously it's just object doesn't grow as it travels. Let's turn them two down, play with the size. We'll make them just tiny little particles for now. So that bit of debris. Obviously this is a lot of trial and error, but yeah, it's good to have a good play around with, have a practice. So now we've done that, we need to go to rotation. So it's good to have a bit of rotation, so obviously they look a bit different. Maybe 5, what's that even? Yeah, we'll say 8. Variation, say 100. So when they come out, you can see that they're different, rotating. And I'm trying to think what's next. So that comes out there. Obviously we're going to need to add some gravity. Okay, so to add gravity we'll need to go to system, no, space warps, forces, gravity, and you want to just click and drag again. If you just move up, it should be pointing down. So, yep, that's right. I'll move up here. Okay, so you want to link the particles coming out here to this. So we'll go to our bind to space warp, click on the this, if it will let me. No. Okay, we'll move it up. Click on that, click and drag to the orange. Move this up as well. So I can't move it with my laptop because it freezes and everything. So we'll space warp join them to that. And that should have an effect once we move this gravity position back to 0. So come down to your XYZ, change the Z to 0, back to normal, and it should have an effect. Yep, see how it's going down? And now it sounds a bit strange, but we need to add an object, a deflector going upwards so that the particles will bounce. So we will go to forces, deflectors, deflector. This will need to be fairly big, obviously the particles will be spreading out. So drag over here, and same again, we'll just move up so I can do it. Space warp this to the P array, and then we'll move it back down to 0. Okay, so now it should bounce back up. There you go, see it bouncing. Obviously that looks really unrealistic, so we'll need to change that. You can change that by, because we're still clicked onto the deflector, we can change the bounce to say 0.5, and then we'll move the keyframe along again. Maybe put a bit of chaos in there. Bring the bounces down to 3. So I think the overall issue is maybe the speed of the particles themselves. So go to your P array, done the side. Where is it hiding? Growth on speed. How did I miss that? Let me change it to 5. Alright, cool. So you kind of get the idea what's happening. I think we may need to reduce the gravity. So we'll click on the gravity, make the strength 0.6, say. 0.6, try that. It's looking a bit better. change it to 0.5. Like I said, there's a lot of trial and error just to get it right, and you can spend the rest of your life doing this, but this is a quick basic tutorial just to show you how to do it. So now that's in place. If I want to hide this plane, so simple enough, right click on it, hide selection, but the particles should still emit like so. So that's how you do it. Not a very good tutorial, but you see how it's done. Drop me an email if you have any problems. I can Skype if need be. Check out my blog. Good luck with your rendering, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.